Hello, this is Dan from Fix Your GPS again. Today we're going to replace the battery in a Garmin Approach S2 watch. It's the Garmin's golf watch. So first we need to remove the bands. So first we're going to take off the bottom cover. Okay, there's the 6 screws. So yeah, as I thought, we need to remove the band, which takes a slightly larger torque screw. You need 2 drivers, one on each side. Pull these out. This watch is built a lot like a Forerunner 610. Except for where the band is. 610 doesn't have screws. Okay. And then pop the connector off. Set the watch aside. And I'll put a new battery in here. Just trying to get that O-ring in place. I guess we should put the O-ring on the watch. Watches aren't waterproof at all, so it's really important that the O-rings, don't damage the O-rings at all. Be very gentle with them. What little bit of waterproof there is, you want to maintain it. Basically just keeps the sweat out, or if it gets splashed with water. So, to remove the old battery, you have to pull off this label. And that will expose the wires up here. So we need to desolder these 2 wires off the battery. Black one. So. Black one out of the way so we don't melt it. And then the red one. Okay. Now the battery's loose. You can pull the battery off. There's a speaker under here, so if you pry the battery off, be careful not to damage that speaker. There you have it, the battery's out. We don't really need any of the parts, the charging circuit on the battery. We're going to replace this with a battery that has its own charging circuit. A lot of times the charging circuit is what fails anyway, so you don't want to really don't want to ever keep that. A lot of people on the internet are selling just this battery and expect you to use the old charging circuit. Like I say, half the time it's not even the battery, it's the charging circuit that goes bad. So what I'm wasting my time doing right here is I actually like to reuse this double-sided tape, but I'm about to give up. Okay, and then the battery, you'll see the battery that I put in, it's a different battery. It's actually larger, it's thicker, it's longer, has a slightly higher capacity than these old batteries. Anyway, so what I do is I fit the battery in like so. So, like I said, I like to reuse this double-sided tape. Trim it off like so. Throw the old battery away. And fit this in like so. Okay. Now all we gotta do is attach these red and black wires to the watch's red and black wires. Okay. So like we do for all soldering jobs, the first thing you have to do is tin the leads. Yeah, the leads already have some solder on them, but fresh tin just makes things go simpler and smoother. And attach the wires. Solder. You can see I've had my coffee this morning, that's why I'm a little shaky. Okay, the wires are soldered now. Inspect them. Make sure the solder is nice and shiny. That you got a good solder joint. Cover those leads with some shrink tubing. Like that. Okay. And shrink the shrink tubing. Okay, and there you have it. Now you gotta stow these wires nicely. I like to just use that label. This kind of helps the wires stay tucked in. It's the old battery label. And then a little tricky to get the connector reconnected, unless you've done it 1,000 times. Get it in there, get it lined up. And push it in. I made that look easy. When I first started doing these, that was a 30-minute job just getting that connector on. Okay, make sure the O-ring is still and lined up nicely. It is. Cover back on. Give a look around, make sure the O-ring didn't pop out or some wires didn't pop out. And get a screw in there, hold everything in place. Okay. And there you have it. I'm going to replace all 6 screws and replace the watch band, and that's all there is to it. Voila, new battery. Again, go to fixyourgps.com and I'll install the battery for you, or you can attempt it yourself. Just take your time and you should be able to get through it. Thanks.